Hey team, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. Today's topic, we're going to be going over some strategies and tips to help you run under the sub 35 minute 10K barrier. For you to run a sub 35 minute 10K, athletes have to hold 5 minutes and 38 seconds per mile for 6.2 miles or 3 minutes and 30 seconds per kilometer for 10 straight kilometers. And again, as we all know as middle to long distance runners, the name of the game is being able to sustain your goal race pace. And the only way to do that effectively is to make sure that you're training sufficiently under that goal race pace during your weekly volume. If you're running too many miles or too many kilometers at too aerobic pace, all you're going to be doing is building, you're going to be a very strong, long, slow, middle to long distance runner. And so you have to be strategic in how you're setting up your training. Preferably, I recommend for athletes that are trying to run a fast 10K to train longer rather than shorter. I have training plans on RunDreamAchieve.com that range anywhere from 4 weeks to 16 weeks. Again, athletes are busy individuals. Most of us are working full-time or part-time jobs, so you have to set up your training in the best possible way that you can based on your particular work schedule. But the way I see it in terms of training for a 10K and trying to run a fast 10K like this is to think long term. It takes anywhere from 21 days to 3 to 4 weeks for your body to adapt to any physiological stress that you're placing on it. So the longer you can prepare for your 10K, the better. 16 weeks, in my opinion, is plenty of time to prepare properly for a 10K. Over the years, as I was training for, from the mile all the way up to the marathon distance, I always focused more on 16 to 20 weeks in length. Even 20 weeks preparing for a 10K is optimal. And the fact that you're not stressing yourself over trying to get in great anaerobic shape too quickly. I'm a big believer in doing a 10-day taper rather than dropping your volume and your intensity 3 weeks out from your main 10K. Doing those types of things, focusing on your hydration in your long runs, spending longer periods of time training at your anaerobic threshold, that's key in running a fast 10K as well. On top of focusing on, again, the fact that the 10K is a highly anaerobic event, you want to make sure that you are doing that once per week VO2 max workout where you're running at 95 to 100% of your maximum oxygen uptake. The reason being is it's going to make that goal 10K pace that you're going for, in your case 330 kilometer pace or 538 per mile race pace, to feel easier. Examples of the types of workouts you really need to be thinking about in terms of your VO2 max workouts is doing anywhere from 8 to 16 to even up to 20 400 meter repetitions, anywhere from 1 minute and 14 seconds to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Doing 800 meter repetitions, examples of maybe 4 to 8 800 meter repetitions on the track, running anywhere from 232 to 242 per rep. Giving yourself more rest as as earlier on in your build-up. Obviously, you're not as anaerobically fit, so you're going to need a little bit more rest. Might be 2 minutes rest in between each rep earlier on in your build-up. And then as you get very anaerobically fit, focus on giving yourself around 60 seconds to 90 seconds rest in between each one of those 800 meter repetitions. Obviously, mile repeats are great. Focusing on doing those mile repeats anywhere from around 520 to 530 per rep with a 3 or 4 minute rest earlier on when you're not very fit, maybe in like the first few weeks the first few weeks of a 16-week to 20-week buildup, and then focusing on speeding up the not only the recovery but speeding up the repetitions. So you're focusing more on around 520 when you're very, very fit, and maybe around 535 to 530 to 535 per rep when you're not as anaerobically fit. So again, running a sub 35 minute 10K is going to take a combination of doing a lot of things correctly. Obviously, we talk about doing speed development, and you in some weeks during the 16 to 20 week buildups that I have on RunDreamAchieve.com, we focus on hill repetitions. That might be 10 to 12 200 to 300 meter repetitions where you're sprinting all out on the way up and you're walking or jogging on the way down, preferably walking, as you're, especially when you first start out and you're not, as anaerobically fit as you will be later on in your buildup. And then as you become very, very fit, sprinting all the way up on the way up, and then jogging easy on the way down. So again, those types of workouts, those speed workouts where you're running much, much faster than sub 35-minute 10K pace, you're going to be recruiting more fast twitch muscle fibers. So that is very essential in terms of racing 6.2 miles effectively. You're not going to be able to recruit fast twitch muscle fibers by running easy every single day. That's why I always stress doing a faster paced long run every other weekend during your buildup as well. And that's how I focus on what I've taught in the running courses on RunDreamAchieve.com, as well as how I've built my training plans. I always alternate. I have the athlete focusing on a faster, varied pace long run. So that might mean maybe like a 12-miler where you're running the first 2 miles easy and relaxed, and then maybe 9 miles at 20 seconds slower than goal race pace with a 1 mile cool down. Or maybe a 16-miler where you're running 4 miles easy, 4 miles at 10 seconds faster than 10K race pace, 4 miles easy, 2 miles at 20 seconds faster than goal 10K race pace with a 2 mile cool down. Again, it's varied pace. It's a mixture of training very hard anaerobically as well as running very easy. And then the following week, we focus on just doing a long, slow, easy long run where, again, we're focusing on recovery. Again, when you're training for a 10K, you have to be strategic. You have to be smart in how you're setting up your training. You do have to focus on doing 1 VO2 max workout per week, 1 tempo run, and 1 long run each week. And again, the VO2 max type workouts are going to vary each week. 1 week you may be doing mile repeats or repeat 800s. The other week, another week you might be doing fartlek workouts where maybe 20 to 30 1 minute hard followed by 1 minute easy. So that's 60 minutes of running, and it's a combination of running very, very fast during those hard efforts. The 1 minute hard, you're going to be running at closer to your 5K race pace, 3K to 5K race pace. And the 1 minute easy, you're going to be obviously running relaxed, but during those hard efforts, the goal is, again, running at much, much faster than sub 35-minute 10K race pace. So doing all of this in combination, doing the once per week long run, once per week VO2 max workout, and then the tempo runs where, again, you're spending a longer period of time. The focus overall is to focus on running for a longer period of time at your anaerobic threshold, the point where we start to build up lactic acid in the body. And the longer you can spend at that effort, the better. Again, it's going to improve your body's lactate tolerance. You're going to be able to sustain sub 35-minute 10K race pace longer than your competition, which is the overall end goal. But running at faster paces teaches us what's most important. At the end of the day, it's being as relaxed as you possibly can at submaximal or maximal efforts. And running relaxed is an art form. It takes time, it takes practice, and you can do that during, even when you're doing those hill repetitions where you're pumping your arms and you're lifting your knees and you're obviously extreme and you're in a lot of pain because you're building up so much lactic acid, so much that you can't clear it faster than it's building up, which is key. I mean, we do have to spend time training at paces that are so significantly faster than our goal 10K race pace that we have to stop for rest, because again, at the end of the day, it's about adaptation over a long period, preferably 16 to 20 weeks, in the fact that you get that goal race pace, that goal 10K race pace to feel more manageable. Again, you want to slow down less than your competition. You want to be able to pick up the pace in the last mile of that 10K rather than be slowing down and getting passed by other runners. So there's a method to my madness in terms of how I prepare my athletes on RunDreamAchieve.com. There's plenty of resources here, not only the videos, but below all of my videos there's resources. We have running courses, training plans, monthly coaching. If you want to just get on a one-on-one coaching call with me, there is that option as well on RunDreamAchieve.com for an hour. So definitely check those out. If you have any other questions about the 10K distance, something I didn't cover in this video, feel free to reach out to me, leave me a comment, like this video if you can, share it with other athletes around the world so more athletes, whether they're beginners or elite level athletes, can see these videos. It definitely helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate that support as well. I understand the 10K. It's a very difficult race. It's a fun race. I have a personal best of 31 minutes and 9 seconds that I've run for the distance, so I understand what it takes to run under 35 minutes. And I hope this video gives you some ideas and strategies that will help you succeed over 10,000 meters. And again, don't be in a rush. Know that it does. Like I said, it takes anywhere from 21 days to 4 weeks for your body to adapt to any stress you're placing on it. So the benefits of the hard work you're putting in today, you're going to be seeing several weeks from now. So don't expect it to be easy early on. It's going to be tough. You have to build that aerobic base first before you start working into harder anaerobic workouts. And again, go into your buildup. Again, the running courses I have and the training plans focus on a 10-day taper where we start to drop the volume and intensity only 10 days out from your main 10K, rather than dropping volume and dropping intensity 3 weeks out so you don't feel flat and tired. So I hope that makes sense. I hope this video is helpful for you all, and I will talk to you all in the next one.